My landlord is ghosting/deflecting me, my insurance, and my lawyer after a water intrusion from a neighboring unit. 2026 has been a series of disasters, but my property management is the biggest one of all. I moved in only 2 months ago. While 2026 started with a brutal run of bad luck, car plates stolen in November, a hit and run in December, and the super flu in early January, the real crisis began the moment the luxury management took over my peace of mind. January 10th. The day after my flu symptoms finally lifted, I woke up to major water intrusion flooding my bedroom. The water was coming through the wall from a neighboring unit. Deflection and finger pointing. Has anyone seen a case where one fridge being unplugged with no ice maker on and unplugging it causes 1.5 units, around 900 square feet each, flooded? Even if it was leaking the night before, I feel like this is a pipe issue. The property manager has spent the last few weeks trying to play judge, instead of taking responsibility for the building they manage and their non-delegable obligation. They have been aggressively pushing me to personally go after my neighbor and his insurance. They flatly told me, "This isn't our fault, so we can't really offer you anything." My neighbor's unit was completely flooded. It feels like a total deflection to avoid their legal duty to provide a habitable home. The 84-degree hot box. While drying out the unit, I was displaced for weeks. Management actually deemed my unit livable by law, just very unpleasant, just so they could justify charging me full rent. In reality, my home was an 84-degree sauna, filled with 3 industrial dehumidifiers and 5 high-speed fans roaring 24/7. Someone took down my doors to bathrooms, propped them up and blocking my toilet, while running the dehumidifier tubes into all my available vanity sinks, completely unventilated due to the machinery and heat spikes. I lived in a constant state of instability, never knowing from one day to the next where I would even be able to sleep from January 10th to January 23rd. I had to extend my hotel so many times. I work in SLU by the convention center, not to mention parking fees. I do have insurance, but even that has limits. Mine is $1,000 for hotels. I exceeded that a while back. Acting like a detective. A Graystar community in Northgate, Seattle has completely ghosted me, my insurance adjuster, and even my lawyer. I've had to resort to using motion alerts on my pet monitor just to catch contractors in my unit so I can ask them what is actually happening to my own bedroom. Returning to a hazard zone. I am back in the unit now that the equipment is out, but I've returned to a construction zone. I'm currently living with drywall cutouts and water-stained carpets, exposed nails on the floor, no start date for the actual repairs to the walls, a total lack of accountability. It took 4 days of me demanding an email confirmation before they would even provide a paper trail for my insurance. The manager then claimed she's never had insurance demand this before. Being treated like an inconvenience while navigating asthma triggers and housing instability is a heartbreaking injustice. No one should be bullied by their housing provider for demanding the safe, habitable home they pay for,